How encouraging was the second half for you guys as a pass rush? I know that's something you've been waiting to see get going. A couple sacks, I think it was 6 quarterback hits in the second half.
It was good to see, especially considering how we started off week one. I don't think we got any pressure on that. So to just make that a point of emphasis going into that week and to see it just come alive a little bit, not as much as we want to, but just to see it start to develop was good.
Did some technique or approach change in the week leading up to that game?
Yeah, definitely not really much technique, really much approach. It's something we practiced the technique all off season and during the training camp, so it wasn't really technique. It was more just approach of just being more urgent. When it's third down, it's time to go. Just being more aware, knowing when to take our shots, things like that. So.
What's been the biggest reason from your perspective of why the run defense has been a lot better so far?
I don't know. Guys are just more tuned in, I guess, more locked in. It's always been a point of emphasis. Coach Hurt talked about that going into the season, going into training camp from OTAs. Got to stop the run. Nobody's going to run the ball on us. He kept preaching it, and guys was finally bought in earlier than it took last year. So everybody just made a key emphasis. That's what we worked on. That's what we strained hard for, and we're going to continue to do that.
What does that buy-in look like, and what does it mean when you say buy-in?
Yeah, when you go to practice, you see people are striking guys, getting off blocks, finishing to the ball. You can see 11 hats there, leveraging. We talk about leveraging the ball a lot in meetings. You see guys working on their techniques, working on their assignment, and really taking the run game serious.
Sounds like Andy Dalton's probably going to be playing the quarterback for them this week. Does anything change for you guys, depending on who the quarterback is?
Nothing changed in terms of our mentality, what we know we got to do, which is stop the run. They're a very physical team. We know that's what they came in the building to do. That's what they did last year. So we expect to see that the same thing again. Andy Dalton's, of course, a more experienced quarterback. He might be able to make certain reads that, Bryce wasn't able to make yet. But he's not as, I guess, mobile as he used to be back in the day. So, yeah, it always helps the pass rush. But Andy's a smart quarterback. It's going to be a good challenge. We faced him last year when he was with the Saints, and we got some get back to get to him.
I guess, what do you remember the game with Andy when he did play that game, and sort of what you think?
Yeah, I don't really remember much of that game, to be honest. I just know we lost. But yeah, Andy, he made a lot of good throws. He was poised in the pocket. He was able to make his reads and alerts and checks and all those things at the line of scrimmage like a veteran quarterback should. So I expect a lot of that going into this week. And like I said, first and foremost, it's about stopping the run, then we'll get after him in the pass game.
Does their run game look, obviously the coaching's changed and everything like that, how they try to run the ball, does it look any different than it did last year? Or?
Not really. They've always been a downhill football running team, so it's going to come down to us, just being physical at the line of scrimmage, knocking guys back, getting off blocks, leveraging the football like I mentioned, and just killing the run.
You mentioned that word a couple of times. Pete has said that coming into the season. Were the fundamentals emphasized differently coming into this year just to kind of reinforce and to reset things?
Than last year?
Drills or with leverage, with force, with some of the things that just maybe weren't showing up as much last year?
No, I feel like last year coaches were definitely, doing all the necessary things in terms of, being on the fundamentals, teaching how things are supposed to happen. They were doing it just as much as they're doing this year. I feel like the difference is guys have actually bought in more now. We changed up personnel and the interior line, and guys getting more experience on the edge too. So it all plays a part in that. So coaches are doing a great job like they did last year, and they're continuing to preach it more this year.
You guys have been in nickel and dime quite a bit, and you've still been stopping the run. What's been the key to that?
I feel like it's just our mentality. Guys are just know what we got to do. Guys are just being more physical at the line of scrimmage. It's in our mentality. Just don't let them stop the run, because everybody up front, we want to rush the passer. Guys in the back end want to get picks. That's what NFL players want to do. So, once we stop the run, we can have some fun in terms of rushing and helping the back end get interceptions and make good plays. So guys want to have fun on the field, and to do that, we have to stop the run.
When you think back to Legion of Boom, or if you watch them, what's the thing that stands out most about all those guys that are coming back this weekend for the Super
I'll just say this is just how different everybody was. You know, they all had different personalities. They all they all were on the same page about everything that they did. You know, they hung out a lot. Um, they were all just guys that were together. They were all in. You know, and it's good to have those guys back in the building. You know, to ask them questions and pick their brains about what took place during their Super Bowl run and what they want to see here. So that way we can, as leaders, we can try to incorporate that into our team this year. It might not go as great as them, but any little inch we can get, from them and help our young guys out or help the team out now would be great.
What impact, if any, has having JB here been for you guys up front?
It's been great. He's a leader in that front four. From communication to what he knows, what he sees, what's going to happen, from hearing the center communication to relating it to all of us and to just getting everybody's mind right on what we got to do. Jerry's been a great addition. I know he's been here before, but he's been a great addition coming back to the team. It's my first year with him, and it's just like we've been working together since my rookie year, so it's good to have him in the building. He's a leader, and he's going to be big for us continuing the year.
What's it been like playing with Bobby?
It's been really fun playing with Bobby. Just everybody thinks Bobby's all this serious guy, but he's really funny, man. He likes to joke around. He likes to have fun. He reminds everybody to have fun. He's having fun. He's also a really good leader. He's like that glue. When guys get out of whack, he's the guy that brings everybody back together in terms of, like, remembering your assignment, what you got to do, our expectations, all that stuff. So, and he's a really good player, too. So, but just having Bobby around has been great for the morale of the team, morale of the defense, to see a Hall of Famer, a guy like his stature, just be around and still be able to do what he does at a high level.
What he did last Wednesday, gathering you guys before practice, have you seen that before here or any other place that you've been?
What?
Like just the pep talk, whatever you want to call it, the talk that he gave you guys before practice last Wednesday.
Yeah, you definitely see that. You expect that from leaders. Anywhere you at, where guys who are the leaders, bring everybody up together, try to get everybody, settled down, knowing what's going on, let everybody know how much if important the day got to be or whatever it is. Leaders around. I'm sure every team does that. But for this team specifically, Bobby does a great job of it, especially with a lot of young guys we got on our team, as well as the veterans. So, like I said, Bobby's a great addition for this team.
You think it's helped the run defense as well? I mean, Bobby and Jordan and sort of, the way how they've been playing in the middle with the linebacking part.
Absolutely. Bobby's he's so instinctual. He's so athletic. He can make plays. He sees plays before they happen. So if I'm like over here trying to spill a ball or force it back in, Bobby's right there behind me. So you can always count on him. Somebody you can count on to do their job constantly. So not somebody you have to worry about. He always communicates, lets you know what you're expecting. Him and plus JB, they're getting double-digit tackles every week, which helps us, stop the run as well. So, those two is a good duo.
What have you seen from Witherspoon? I know it's one game, but just the way he came in and his physicality.
Yeah, exactly. His physicality, his energy, his attention to detail, his passion. Those are all things you look for in a corner. He's tough. He's not scared. He'll come up, hit some things. He'll come up, make some tackles. And he's very athletic. He can make plays in the back end, like you saw, make a play on that fourth down to get us off the field. So the more repetition, the more reps he gets in the game, he's just going to be a great player.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.